Welcome everyone to this game between Stenungsund and Helsinki.
And this is the open pre-quarters we're assuming, which means that whoever wins this game gets to go onto the bracket for Golden Glory, first for 8, and whoever loses goes down to the bracket for 9 to 16.
Yes, and Stenungsund won their group, while as Helsinki, I'm assuming they did the same.
I will check you up on that, but so far we are off to a good start.
Yeah,
Helsinki did win their group, yes.
Yes, here comes the deep throw right away.
Yeah.
And well connected. 1-0 Helsinki.
Helsinki, yeah, it looks like they won their pool as well.
Right.
So we have 2 pool winners, which should mean an exciting matchup. Stenungsund, at least, is very much on the younger side. They have some players still juniors. I'm not so sure about Helsinki.
I don't know about them. I know that Stenungsund have their people of all players playing for the same team for ages.
Ah, absolutely. These guys have gone through all of the junior stages together. They know each other well. They have good chemistry. And there we have, that's Alexander Hermansson of the disc, right?
Yes.
I believe he was just given the prize for best Swedish player last year.
Yes, he was. He received the award last week, in fact, at our nationals.
Yeah, and we can very well see there. Gets off a nice under, gets the disc back, and just shoots it into the end zone. Yeah. Very clean offense by him. And we'll be sure to see some amazing layouts from him as well.
Absolutely, just the textbook connection between Alex and Herman.
Yeah, and yeah, as we said, these guys know each other. They are a well-oiled machinery, so to say.
Absolutely. So what do you think of this game?
I think,
who do you think will win?
Well, that is a big question. I think Helsinki is still the more experienced team. I think if they can manage to play a game where they don't exhaust their legs, then Helsinki has a good shot at it. However, if Helsinki does run out of legs, whereas Stenungsund, the youngsters, really can stay in it, and I do believe Stenungsund might have a few more... oh no, they both have 8 people on the team, so they have the same amount of subs. But I do still think Helsinki has a good chance, and we see there like how nicely put that is.
Yeah.
No contest from the defense, just an easy pass to the goal. And if they can keep those going, they're going to do well.
Absolutely, I think so as well. And as for Stenungsund, they have their, like I said, their old players, also the young players. Like not quite the most even of teams, but certainly the more experienced players can catch up and bring it down for the team.
Yeah. There we see the replay of the nice goal. So now it's 2-1. All holds so far. I don't think there's even been a turnover yet. We'll see who gets the first punch in.
Oh, miscommunication between the two.
Yeah, unfortunate miscommunication. The disc was floaty and open, but the Stenungsund player couldn't manage to reel it in. So we'll see what Helsinki does with this opportunity now, if they can use it.
ISO in end.
But challenging, very nice play. I was about to say that challenging Alexander Hermansson in the anywhere really isn't the greatest of ideas, but Helsinki make it work.
That is one daring prospect.
It is.
That dare to like challenge Alex in the end zone, but hey.
As we see on the replay though, the Finnish Helsinki player managed to get a few steps and had a better position for it. Still, it is, as you say, it's daunting to have as a prospect, but Helsinki is showing that they're not afraid. They will go on Stenungsund's best players, and they will beat those matchups, is what they are saying. So let's see if they can keep backing that up. Stenungsund doing a nice under game. Not really sending anyone deep, but just playing with each other, getting some nice unders, getting an upline going, and swinging the disc, making sure it doesn't get static and allow the defense to settle. And we see Alexander Hermansson on again.
Ooh, nice.
I believe he has played. believe he has played most points so far. And yeah, it's very clear that these Finnish players really want that layout D. And I'm sure we're going to see some amazing plays from all sides. Nice overhead swing, just easily non-contested there.
Just leaving one player as a poach.
Yeah.
There we go, it's a high disc.
Very nice,
zone.
just dump it into someone else having a better possession. Now let's see if Stenungsund can get something going on the defense.
It seemingly scored like exactly what they were like drawing of, like finding that break side and putting it deep and high where no one but him can get it.
Absolutely, and it was a very nicely put throw. And you see there, it's just the easy reset, and person with the reset has a very nice power position. And that would be Hammond Engström, who picks up his, I think, second point of the game after scoring on the first Stenungsund hold from a nice Hermansson throw. And a very nice pull that just very barely touches the line.
Yeah, I think it did land on the line.
Yeah, it landed on the line, so it's a brick, and Helsinki is going to get a good position, but it was close.
There's this like fine line between like a brick and an accepted pull. It's too bad.
Yeah,
not something that they want to have going forward. Oh, that's a nice poach D.
Beautiful D from Alexander Hermansson. Showing off one of his probably best features as an ultimate player, just how good of a game IQ he has. He has very nice field vision, seeing just where that disc was going to end up and stepping into it. And a nice hammer reeled in there by number 95. And an upside throw to a completely open player. Absolutely. And I believe that is Stenungsund getting one of their breaks, or getting their break back.
Yeah, so he was again on serve.
Yeah, good job Stenungsund. Now let's see if they can keep breaking and put themselves ahead in this game. So getting ready for the pull. Taking a bit of time between points, but that is allowed. And at Hello Stockholm, we all need those seconds extra just to rest our legs.
Yeah, having this fewer amount of players, definitely needed this extra amount of rest.
Yeah, and here goes the pull. That is not a bricked pull. I believe it could have. I believe it would have landed. Oh, and a beautiful hand block there. Helsinki really just ignoring his defender and throwing right into him. But nice position by number 34 to get that D. Helsinki is going to be kicking themselves for that mistake. They cannot afford to do stuff like this. And a beautiful scuba. Second break in a row from Stenungsund. If you were Helsinki here, would you consider taking the timeout? Just unrattling yourself and making sure you can stop the Stenungsund momentum in its tracks before it really gets going.
Like seeing this, like it does seem like to me that like Stenungsund have actually like gotten closer and like kind of seems to have been figuring out what Helsinki is doing.
Absolutely. I do think I would have taken a timeout actually, because also now Stenungsund is in a momentum. You know that Alexander Hermansson is gonna go for the D if he sees it now.
Yeah.
And he's going to be looking for it. He wants this now.
Picking up some momentum as well.
Exactly. That momentum getting fired up, that is so valuable on the field.
Nice inside break.
Yeah, Helsinki utilizing some good outdoor throws, which, while they don't really work that well on a normal indoor surface of 40 meters by 20, on this field, it works really well. With this amount of space, it's very easy for the defense to just, or offense to just get going. Nice jukes from Helsinki there.
Although not quite in the end zone yet.
No, not yet. But they are moving there.
Are they standing close?
And they just keep putting it up there.
Oh,
that's a very high, but very nicely put still for a Helsinki hold. That is good as they do break that momentum that Stenungsund had going for them, scoring 3 in a row.
Yes, really well needed. Exactly what they needed. So going forward in this game.
So far in this game, 2 breaks Stenungsund, 1 break Helsinki. Both teams having shown that they can get those Ds. Which team do you think has looked sharper so far?
I think like coming into the game, like the first 2-3 points, I was gonna say the Helsinki, as they got like the first break and they were looking strong. No, but then also Stenungsund came into the game and got 2 big breaks.
Ah, absolutely.
So I think like I believe that they are have the upper hand, Stenungsund.
Yeah, for sure they have the upper hand in the game. I would still maybe say that Helsinki has overall been a bit of the sharper team, but Stenungsund just has these players who will really pop off. They're all obviously playing really well, but they have that bit of an extra X factor in players like Alexander Hermansson.
As we can see right there, yes.
I believe that's yet another Alexander Hermansson to Herman Engström score.
That is correct indeed. That's correct.
Yeah, we see Herman Engström there with the score and a nice moustache going on. You gotta have that
for these tournaments, yeah.
Absolutely, you have to have that for the tournaments.
Not the first time we see it. Look at this like beautiful inside break.
Yeah, it was lovely. And that's Stenungsund just showing that they can very easily just get this nice offensive hold if they are given it.
Absolutely.
And if we go to half this situation, then Stenungsund is going to have a bit of an extra advantage as they will be coming out after half on offense.
Oh,
and Helsinki sends a very nice disc that was touched by the Stenungsund defender initially, but still stayed in its path. Very beautiful throw, and Helsinki easily puts that in. And they seem to be getting fired up there.
It looks like we have a galaxy point on our hands.
We do. Absolutely, and this is going to be important. Stenungsund holds here. They get to start with the disc on offense again. Yeah, they are really eager to do that.
A huge advantage to have, like going forward. It's basically one extra break or extra point that they have to their advantage.
Absolutely.
That they can use.
Absolutely. This is the whole starting on defense strategy, because you know if you can get more breaks in the first half than the opponent, and you want to believe that, then you get the offense for second half, and you just get a free break. But they are quite stagnant now. They need to get the disc moving, and they managed to do that.
Yeah, there seemed to be like some kind of confusion of who was cutting first for a second there, yeah.
Absolutely.
Carter's is...
Oh,
there's a foot block, but was there a call on the field?
It looks like there's a call, absolutely.
I wonder, can we get a replay on that, perhaps? Didn't quite see in detail how close it actually was, but it seemed to be accepted.
Yeah, it was very much accepted foul, but
yes.
Stenungsund has not found their groove on this point. They are not getting the disc flowing. Okay, now it looks better, and they just shoot it, but that is not the height matchup you would go for. And you can see
certainly not, yeah. A bit ill-advised throw, but like that's definitely a throw that you would see like more indoors, like shorter distances. And
absolutely, the idea is very good, and it's a good throw. However, you need to be mindful of the matchups.
Yes.
And yeah.
And saying that this is a particular matchup is not quite a favorable for Stenungsund.
No.
More putting into space, perhaps, or on the break side.
Yeah, a break side throw there would have been very nice. But also, this is why being tall is a bigger advantage indoors than outdoors.
Yes.
And we see Helsinki doing very quickly, just getting it moving, but they have a lot of people cutting everywhere. And Stenungsund gets it back, which was very needed. If Stenungsund holds on to this, though, they are good. But that throw is a bit too cooked. It's way too far out. He needed to either slow it down or just put more outside edge on that.
Another ill-advised turn.
Yeah. A lot of people, I don't think, fully realize what throwing indoors entails when you have turf under your feet, because we see a lot of these throws where they're putting that tiny touch of flat or inside, which outdoors is exactly what you want on that throw, but here you just want it outside. And Helsinki taking the timeouts.
Probably a good decision to make, having a Galaxy Point be a thing.
Very good decision. This Galaxy point is super important for Helsinki. It's the difference between going down and letting your opponent have another chance at offense, or just keeping the game on serve.
Yeah.
And Helsinki wants to keep it on serve.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge disadvantage to have is the fighting, well, having it be on serve, where they're actually in front, compared to if they actually lose this point and then they're just suddenly 2 breaks down.
Absolutely. We cannot overstate how crucial this game is right now. Helsinki, for their game plan, they need to punch it in. We see the clock is also ticking down. So going down into a 2-point hole, which they easily could if they lose this, is not advisable.
Yeah, seeing like these turns, like in the way that we've seen them, is also a bit surprising as well, given the importance of this point alone.
Absolutely, but I do think that's what's getting to them, the nervosity. And because this entire point, Stenungsund has not been able to maintain their clean offensive flow that they have had these other points. They've had bad decisions and they've had a lack of flow.
Yeah, certainly that's also like due to really good defense on the
Helsinki side. Absolutely, it's a lot of pressure on Helsinki because they really want this point. But I do think it's also been a bit uncharacteristic by Stenungsund.
It sure is.
And Helsinki getting the disc moving nicely.
Having quite a bit of separation between the players right now.
Yeah.
Seems like people are getting tired.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. They are getting it swinging, they are moving it, which is what they need to be doing, but now they're a bit stuck. And the bailout option makes it.
And that's Helsinki taking half, 6-5, really yet again on serve.
Yeah.
Because it's everything to play for.
Absolutely.
But yet again, Helsinki's in the driving seat.
Yeah. So how would you summarize this first half, Hannes?
Overall, obviously, really even half, right? I mean,
yeah.
Helsinki
like on serves.
Yeah,
so.
Helsinki like really like strong in the beginning. Stenungsund again taking the advantage. I feel like they were like a bit more control in the middle, but then Helsinki like picking it back up again.
Yeah, yeah.
And closing in on the defense.
This one last point is where it really makes the difference. Helsinki got their early break, Stenungsund broke back twice, and if Stenungsund had only managed to hold on to that situation for half, they came out on 0, they would have been in such a good position for this game. As it is, game is on serve. Helsinki is going to be very happy they clawed that back before the half.
Yes, so what do you think for the second half then? What do you think goes away with this?
I have a feeling we are not going to see Alexander Hermansson off the field again. It's only 7 minutes left.
I don't think it's been off for the entire game.
He went off 1 point.
Oh, I did?
But I do believe that's it, yeah.
I mean, kind of explains itself, right? He's such a crucial player for the Stenungsund team.
Absolutely.
Really need him on.
They're going to keep him and his connection with Herman Engström, 37 there.
Yes.
And that's what they're going to be relying on. And they need those players. They're going to have to hold, which they've been able to do quite a bit and quite well earlier in the game. Let's see if they can bring back that form they had before that last point before half. And then after that, they're going to need some miraculous, really nice plays getting those Ds. They do still have time, though. 6 minutes left of the game. It is fully possible. And we have a nice Stenungsund player going deep, lefting the under open and swinging it via hammer back to Alexander Hermansson, who sees Herman Engström but decides not to shoot it. Smart choice, gets the inside of the under to number 42. Gets it back, and we'll see now. They're swinging it, but where is the final attack going to come? When are they going to go for the score? Because they will need to do that.
Having a tough reset. Having tough resets right now. Seems like Helsinki players are staying really, really close to their attackers right now.
Helsinki is staying close.
But it's not their open throw.
But they were staying on the open side and allowing this. So good job on Stenungsund for recognizing that option. Helsinki needs to be tighter. You cannot just leave someone running break side completely uncovered. And you see what Stenungsund did there is that they were in the middle and they were attacking both sides of the end zone at the same time, confusing the Helsinki players who were both on the open side. Both looked out at the one going on the open side, leaving the break side player completely open. Very nice play and a strategy commonly used indoors as well. So it's a good end zone set from Stenungsund. Now let's see what they can bring on D. And a nice pull is what it starts off with. Perfectly placed in the back of the end zone. Stenungsund gets down and manages to get set, but Helsinki launches the disc straight into the end zone and gets a nice, easy hold. That's what they need to do to just keep their energy going for D points.
And just a 3-4 throw score. That's certainly not what you want for Stenungsund as well. Have to keep up that defensive pressure.
Yeah.
A bit too easy if you're Stenungsund right now. It is contested, like they're being really, really close on the defense, but not quite close enough, it seems. At this point.
Not, but it still needs to be recognized that it was a very good put by the Helsinki player. That was a hard D to defend, a hard disc to defend in any situation.
Absolutely.
And Helsinki with a very nice pull just coming in at the last second. We see Alexander Hermansson trying for the upline, not getting the disc, being looked off. And let's see how they move now. Hermansson has a bit bailed, but they do find Herman Engström on the other side. Back to Hermansson. Just swinging it. They're not gaining much in terms of meters here, but they are happy to swing it. Possession is king. This is what they need to do here. And they find the swing again. Lets them see, swing it to Herman Engström. Helsinki player was tight on that. I think he wanted a bit, but it was just not close enough. And they keep swinging it. At some point they are going to need to attack the end zone, but for now this is just good play, making sure that, oh, and beautiful.
Almost like knocked into each other there.
Yeah, that would have been a tragedy for Stenungsund.
Would have been a tragedy.
Absolutely. But now 7-7, 3 minutes left of the game. The onus is still on Stenungsund to beat. We are back on serve.
Yes, if we just stay like this for the remainder of the game, Helsinki will win this.
Absolutely,
So
but if I were Helsinki, I would not just allow that, because imagine Stenungsund's universe line will be really fired up and going for it. They are really going to want it, and I do think they could do it.
And they are likely to at least take one time out in the next couple of minutes. We have 2 more minutes on the clock.
Yeah. Helsinki having already taken their timeout this game. Stenungsund, the team with a timeout left. And that's a bricked pull. Stenungsund is not going to be too pleased with that.
Yeah, let's see what they do with this. They can stay closer. They're now on defense. See if we can get another block. Looking to Hermansson defending the mark. Yeah, nice break throw.
Yeah, Helsinki getting in the flow, and Alexander Hermansson really trying for that. But a very easy hold by Helsinki. They are going to be happy with that. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. That's not a lot for Stenungsund to get their place going.
So close from Hermansson there as well. Getting that inside the D.
Absolutely.
But not close enough. Not close enough.
No. And that's unfortunately what it's going to come down at the end. All of these Ds are fantastic, and they're putting so much pressure on the defense. If you cannot generate that one turnover you need, that's still not going to help you, unfortunately.
No.
But all they can do is keep trying and hoping. Now first they need to put this offensive hold in.
Yeah.
I do wonder, if they hold this, would you then take Alexander Hermansson off for next point?
Oh, never.
I would, because they hold this to 8-8, and then they are going to need someone to be rested for the points after that.
Well,
it is a question, but his legs are not endless either. Oh, and a bit of a throw into a contested space, but a foul accepted on the throw itself. So this goes back to Stenungsund.
Yeah, it does look like though that the time will run out.
Time runs out on this point, okay.
Yes, so it looks like we have game to 9.
Which,
if Stenungsund
scores
this.
Yeah, we will then have a game to 9. At which point, yeah, exactly. So Universe would be next point, and then absolutely no, you put him on the line. And a nice jump there for number 34. If you're Stenungsund, you should take the timeout if you score this point, I would say.
Oh, absolutely. It's like every rest they can have.
Yeah.
Especially for these players like Hermansson and
Herman
Engström. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
These are like the ones that you rely on.
But first they need to score this. They have been under so much pressure from the Finns here. The Finns are playing really well. Nice over the top. Let's see how can they utilize this. They should look at the break side, which is what they are doing. And a nice scuba. This brings us to Universe point. 8-8, Helsinki Stenungsund. This one is for all the glory.
Oof, getting nervous on their part.
I believe this is the first Universe point we've seen while commentating, at least.
I believe so too. Well, last game certainly wasn't really close. So like this game is definitely the closest one we had.
Absolutely, and these both of these teams are going to be very hungry to get into that first through 8th bracket. They want to compete for gold.
Oh,
That's why they are here. They want to win.
It's a lot at stake indeed.
Absolutely. So we'll see what the lineup is now for Stenungsund. We have Hermansson, we have Herman Engström.
We have Staffan.
Absolutely, they are stacking their line as much as they can.
As they should.
Exactly.
It's the last point of the game.
Yeah.
For all the marbles.
This pole, let's see.
Oh,
it's looking like a brick.
So
that is not the way you want to start your Universe point, but let's see if they can salvage it still.
Let's hope they can. Let's see. Let's see what they can do. If they're any closer than they have been for these last points.
One thing I believe for certain, Alexander Hermansson is not going to be staying on his feet for this entire point.
Absolutely not.
Unless Helsinki just does that.
What an amazing layout.
Helsinki had a beautiful throw and layout, but it was just barely not enough. And Stenungsund are going to be so happy for that.
I actually thought he caught it first.
Yeah, me too, but just not enough. Just a tiny bit too fast of a throw. Okay. Slightly more touch. Now let's see what Stenungsund does on offense here. Oh, they're just sending it. Let's see if they can send it the other way. This is a very contested point. And
there's a foul call.
There's a foul called. Frankly, I would consider that a hospital pass, where I think all of these are going into each other. I wouldn't.
Okay, so Herman think he was tripped, I believe I can see on the replay here.
It looks like he was kind of pushed down, is what I would say, is what he's calling, which he absolutely was.
There's a lot of traffic in the area. It's really difficult to make any kind of fair call.
It is a hospital pass. I think you could make an argument for setting fouls, all of them just fouling each other, and the disc would go back in that case. Certainly a lot of contact. They are having the discussion, trying to see what they can get out of it.
I think it's the most fair call to make here, actually. And having like 4 people involved in the same call.
Let's see what the resolution is. It looks to be a contested foul.
Yes.
Which sends the disc back. And I think that's completely fair. I also think that it was fouls on all ends, maybe. But certainly Herman Engström was not allowed his vertical space. So yeah, this coming back, Stenungsund maintains possession, which they're going to be very happy about. They needed that. Hermansson going to the ground, maintaining possession, keeping them alive in this game.
Yeah.
Herman Engström, number 95. Let's see where they're going to send it.
No.
Oh, and then a very, very unfortunate throw there. Leaves Helsinki with a very nice...
With a very short field, indeed.
Exactly, good position, and they just stopped the cone. What a shame for Stenungsund. They were so close to getting it.
That is heartbreaking indeed.
Yeah, an unfortunate throw there with a poach D coming back and stepping up into that throw lane.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the worst thing, like knowing you actually had a chance to break them back and like take the game.
Absolutely. Well, that was the game. That was the open pre-quarter, the upper pre-quarters. Helsinki moves on to bracket for first rate. Stenungsund gets to fight in the championship bracket, fighting for 9th, which they're gonna want. Thanks for us. This has been Christian and Hannes, and we'll hopefully see you later.
Thank you very much. Super.